Divorce rates have almost doubled, in fact, more than doubled after COVID.
And ultimately, a relationship for to last, there has to be commitment. Because feelings keep changing. I heard once Gurudev saying, "What is marriage?" in a rapid fire round with Karan Johar. And Gurudev said, "An institution of sacrifice." Both the people come from the space of you first, only then it can last. Me first, both the people are saying, that's over. Any person cannot charm you with the same intensity for a long period of time. No? Anything, mind is always looking for new. Heart is looking for the old. And heart takes pride in the old. But mind always wants something new. New phone, new house, new car.
What is the purpose of marriage?
If that person feels that I need a companion.
So many women want to stay away from men.
Because men are also trained like that, no? Suppress the woman. I've seen the sister working in the kitchen, lifting the plate, and the son is just having breakfast and walking off. So because when there are expectations are high, the demands are also going to be high. You have to do this for me, you have to do this for me.
So hello and welcome to another episode of Pati, Patni and the podcast, and we are going to talk today about relationships, commitment and heartbreaks. So I am talking to my husband only, so I am very interested to listen his point of view. So Rashmin, divorce rates have almost doubled, in fact more than doubled after COVID. So what do you think is the cause for that?
So one of the causes may be too much importance given to feelings in a relationship. And ultimately a relationship for to last, there has to be commitment. Because feelings keep changing. I recently heard one of my friends saying that, somebody was saying that, अरे हाँ लेकिन अभी नो शादी हो गई है तो टाइम निकालना पड़ता है, टाइम देना पड़ता है. Then that girl said, लेकिन टाइम देना पड़ता है मतलब तो ख़त्म हो गया ना फिर relationship. मतलब you should feel like giving time every time. Then we try to explain to her that ऐसे नहीं होता है because feelings keep changing. Sometimes you want to be alone and your partner wants your company. So someone has to kill their feeling. Either the person who wants to be alone has to say that no, I want to be alone, but then now I have this commitment. So I need to be with someone, my partner. Or the other person will have to say that, okay, let this person be alone. He or she wants some time. So I will not disturb that person. So now one of the person is not following the feelings. No. So now if you are giving too much importance to feelings and then you think that I should feel like this all the time with this person. And when that does not happen, then you have to go back to your commitment. And even though if I don't feel like, I will still do what I am supposed to do. I will still spend time.
Still sit in this podcast with me.
Because it's a commitment.
Yeah.
So too much importance to feelings, which feelings keep changing. And then I think जितनी ज़्यादा society individualistic और self-centric हो जाएगी ना. I heard once Gurudev saying, "What is marriage?" in a rapid fire round with Karan Johar. And Gurudev said, an institution of sacrifice. So now when it is only about me, my priorities, my rights, what I want.
What will you give me?
What will you give me? So then both the people are coming from this space that I am me first. Me first, both the people are saying that's over. If both the people come from the space of you first, only then it can last.
Yeah, true.
So जितना self-centric और individualistic society होती है, उतना relationships नहीं टिकेंगे.
But see, today it is becoming more and more difficult to stay committed to that one person. Because I open the social media and there are, 10 options. Not me. But in general, girls and boys, they have so many options and then they want to have an open relationship, then they want to have multiple things. अभी तो recently मैंने देखा कि एक लड़की ने दो लड़कों से एक साथ शादी की and the three are all consensual about that setup. So how to avoid those kind of tempting desires and options?
See, short term, it will look very exciting and convenient. But after some time, you are going to, as you mature in life, you are going to look for something more meaningful, something more stable. See, initially, no, you don't want stability. You want excitement.
Initially, as in the younger age?
Younger age, huh. So then, stable relationships look very boring. Because you are not exploring other people and this and that. That is a huge FOMO. So now you want to have the best of everything. So then you become more and more indulgent, more and more promiscuous. First of all, that will drain out your energy, and emotionally also it can be very draining, because then one of the persons, if you are in this kind of a relationship, friends with benefits, one of the persons is going to start looking out for some more stability at some point of time, and more meaning and depth. So then this is one of the biggest dangers of this. Then you can feel very depleted and lonely, because it's only superficial. And the second thing is, what can happen is, if you get into this pattern of indulgences and one night stands, then it is very difficult to come out of it. I have seen some people who have got used to this kind of a lifestyle, and then they find one person whom they want to settle with.
But they can't now.
But now what is happening is,
Lahu muh lag gaya.
now when they are now in that relationship, they are all still, because the cravings are become so strong for different multiple partners. So they are not able to stick to that one person now. Though they like that person, love that person, but the past impressions keep coming up of jumping from one partner to another partner. So then that becomes a very challenging.
What is the origin of this instinct to have the same act with multiple people? Why can't you just do it to the same person? All intimacy and everything. Why?
Any person cannot charm you with the same intensity for a long period of time. No. Anything. Mind is always looking for new. Heart is looking for the old. And heart takes pride in the old. But mind always wants something new. New phone, new house, new car. That is the nature of the mind. But now if you encourage it, then it is very difficult to control it afterwards.
Yeah.
So the point why there is an institution of marriage in the first place, I used to think. So even in our Sanatan Dharma, marriage is considered to be a sacred union.
Yeah.
Because there is a difference between us and animals, no? Then because human purpose is to move beyond the pleasures. So somewhere you have to walk the middle path and say that, okay, this is my life partner for this lifetime. Because then there is no end to bhog. There is no end to cravings. You can just go on and on and on with it. तो कहीं तो उसको एक जगह बांध के रखना पड़ेगा.
So as per spiritual definition, what is the purpose of marriage? Like there are people who choose not to get married, especially those saints and all, the ascetics, and they don't get married, and some get married. So spiritually, is there a relevance of marriage? Is going to be any use?
No, it is not relevant or irrelevant. It is up to that person. If that person feels that I need a companion, and I will experience having a companion and enjoy the married life, and at the same time keep moving towards my goal. It is about that person's makeup inside.
Okay.
And both is okay. Some people maybe get drawn towards brahmacharya right from a very young age. And the marriage thing does not click with them only. They think that no, because maybe there must be some past life sadhana and that kind of a orientation in the mind to be single and brahmachari or sannyasi. And
I read somewhere that the purpose of marriage for two sadhaks is to help each other in achieving the final.
Once you get married, and then together you can walk towards the goal.
Yeah, so there's a support system that is there.
But it is not necessary for some people. Yeah. So it depends on person to person.
So nowadays, around 70% of the breakups or divorces are initiated by women. So usually it was thought that women are the one who are more tolerant and they are more emotionally connected and they are more resistant to break up. It is like, I don't know, I used to think like that. But now more than half of the divorces are initiated by women. So what does this represent according to you?
See, when freedom comes and the society is not that much spiritually evolved, then this is going to happen. There may be a society where the men and women were equal, but the society was spiritually evolved, so they knew that there is no point changing the boats again and again, and that freedom was not misused, or even the male was not dominating the woman, and nothing was happening. Now what is happening is the women are being suppressed for so many decades. Like we think that only in India this thing was that, the suppression was there. Now just imagine when Britishers ruled India. Do you even remember even any movies or even history textbook? There was one high-ranked woman British officer. There are only men. This has always been the case all over the world. Actually, in India, ancient India, it was not the case. But at that time, the society was spiritually evolved. So that could be managed. But now what is happening is so much of suppression of the women. Now women also are retaliating, say that you cannot suppress us so much. And the society is not that spiritually evolved.
So like the women becoming free, they are causing divorce because now they can.
Now they can.
Because if the
women have become independent. No, now women cannot be suppressed.
No, but the only way to manage a marriage is to suppress the women. Yeah? Why should men are also good? No, why should so many women want to stay away from men? You think there is some problem with men?
Because men are also trained like that, no, to suppress the woman. That is how it is even today. I have seen in homes. I have seen the sister working in the kitchen, lifting the plate, and the son is just having breakfast and walking off. Both are working, but the guy just sits there, and the mother is serving the guy. I don't understand why it is like that. The son is given a king's treatment in the house, and the daughter is doing jhadu pocha. Though daughter is also equally qualified and daughter is also working. But I cannot imagine the son doing jhadu pocha, but the daughter is doing. But the parents will not even in their dreams ask that son to do the same thing. So it is like that.
So you want to say that men have a very deep-seated superiority complex that is coming in way of cohabiting with the women of today's time, who do not want to be seconded by anyone. Okay.
So commitment sustains relationships, less self-centeredness, you first. And another thing what is happening is too much hype about relationships. This is one very important thing according to me, why divorces are increasing. Because people are having such great, amazing images because of social media
Shahrukh Khan
and all that thing that, it is going to be so amazing and so perfect. And when reality hits them hard on their face, they realize that, it's not what I thought. This person should be giving me more time, more pampering. So, as Gurudev says, demands destroy love. So, because when their expectations are high, the demands are also going to be high. You have to do this for me, you have to do this for me. And when that does not happen, the person is busy. Once that initial romance is like the excitement is gone, then it's normal day-to-day routine life. I know some just girls say that, no, you are maybe not right for me and this is not what I wanted.
After marriage.
And after 5-6 months, they want to break up after the marriage. You are not giving time to me and this and something like that.
So if you had to give one advice to the women and the men who are married and who are having some struggles. Sometimes in my experience, I have seen it is small little things that disappoint both. Like the women keep asking and I have a friend who wants to pursue meditation and wants to be a little more spiritual and wants to do some workshops here and there, and then the woman does not want to do all that thing. So he just grabs him back. So I feel that there the woman is clearly in the wrong. And sometimes I've seen that some women want to have some job and all that, but the in-laws are bullying her.
Sense of control, wanting to control each other, that has to be dropped. Let go of the control. And when nowadays I see, even if there is a small fight, people make a very big deal out of it. So this is also one thing. So you fight and then you forget about it and move on. You don't create a big conclusion about the fight. Or there is too much things. This means red flag. That means over, finished. You're just constantly, basically, you keep saying don't be judgmental, but this itself is another judgment.
Red flag, green flag.
And don't be judgmental, you are being judgmental. This is another judgment only, no? So we are constantly trying to analyze others and judge others.
Maybe before marriage you can put a flag, Some things are complete no if he's or she is disrespectful and wanting to control maybe.
But see, I have seen people fighting with each other, and I've seen successful couples fight and then they are...
Like you fight with your parents.
That is inevitable,
Like I fight with my mother, but in just after 10 minutes, I'm like, मैं चाय बना रही हूँ, पीनी है क्या आपको? It's like nothing has happened ever. But when we, like now, though it has been quite some time, but earlier it was difficult for me to treat you like my mother. The family bonding that we share with our parents, that should be the benchmark for a couple also. That level of belongingness. It doesn't matter if she pulls my hair and does anything to me. At the end of it, it is just going to be pure love.
Now, then when you can drop that and keep moving on, then it becomes easy in any relationship. Like how children fight with each other and after 5 minutes they play with each other.
So what is one quality that I have which has made it very easy for you to not take a divorce from me?
No, deep within I know that you care for me. So everything else doesn't matter.
Like what doesn't matter?
The fights and arguments, all those things. You physically also hit, sometimes. So nothing of that arguments and differences matter, because ultimately I know that this person cares for me. For me, that is enough.
But that is not enough for him. He makes me cook for him. Makes me pamper him so much. Yeah. I think you have to choose your battles. You cannot expect, like Rashmin forgets all my birthdays always. Like 3 years since our marriage, he has not remembered even once. And then twice you forgot our anniversary also. No, you didn't. That is a surprise.
That is very easy to remember. 14th February.
Other people must be reminding you.
No.
But yeah, and there is no concept of surprise gifts and this is that I only started in the beginning. No, none of all those things. I just want.
Okay, so nice talk.
So I just want that. In the beginning of the marriage, I knew that I want to marry someone who will not disturb me, who will not trouble me. I don't want any rosy romantic gestures or some out of the world comfort he should bring me on my feet. Nothing is required. He should not stop my pursuit in my life, whatever I want to do. That freedom I could not let go for anyone. So I think the minimal criteria that I had kept, we have fulfilled that well. And how to deal with heartbreaks. So you gave your 100%. You were from a very innocent space. You were not expecting. But still there are people who are really bad-hearted, or they are not in that space, who really hurt you. So how to forgive them, how to move on from there. Sometimes people don't want to indulge in that kind of a relationship with anyone else because they have got such a bitter experience from the previous one.
I think we have to go through that experience 100%. Now don't resist the pain. This is one of the most important things. You have to go through the pain fully. 100%. You cry, you be alone for some time, it's okay. But at the same time, then you don't isolate yourself so much that you cut off from the world. So whenever that pain comes, you don't try to stop it. It is natural, it is normal. But when you go through it and at the same time you are busy and you are knowing that one relationship is not the end of life. See, one beautiful thought that comes here is, even before that person was there, you existed happily. That means just in between you had some period of company with that person. But before that also you lived happily, So it is possible to live happily without that person's company. You already used to live, no? You were not born together. So this one thought is very freeing.
So let's get started with the quick rapid fire. Love.
Just take it for granted that the other person loves you.
Marriage.
Marriage, caring and commitment.
Okay. In-laws.
Respect.
Okay. And heartbreaks. Not a very rapid man he is.
Cry, feel the pain and then move on.
Divorce.
Do your best to avoid it.
Do your best to avoid it. Okay, good. Okay. And attraction.
Do not give it too much importance.
Yeah, pampering.
Pamper.
So, I don't think this suits his style of answering. He's neither rapid nor has any fire in any of his answers. So it doesn't matter. So we'll get back with some other topic which will be more suitable for Rashmin's rapid fire liking. So till then, stay tuned to Pati Patni and podcast. See you. Bye.